department. For those of you who don't know what development is, it's developing relationships in the community, fundraising, getting funders to help offset the cost that we have because we are 100% funded fully from grants and funding that you all provide for us in the community. So, a little bit about me personally. I'm a wife and a mother. I've been married for 27 years to my high school sweetheart. I have 2 daughters. My oldest daughter got married last year. My youngest daughter is a senior at Lindenwood, hence this down here, because that becomes our life when school starts. Cheer. So I love my family. We love to travel. I love to have fun with my friends. It's my best group here over here. And so that's kind of me in a nutshell. So I'll talk to you a little bit about the Child Center. So the Child Center is actually called, the official name is the Child Advocacy Center of Northeast Missouri, and we service 14 Northeast Missouri counties, all the way up to the Iowa border pretty much. We have another office in Hannibal, and we have a satellite office up in Memphis, Missouri. So we service a lot of families all the way up the state. That's the outside of our building. So who we are, again, that's what we do. We service those 14 counties. Again, I don't think people realize that St. Charles is obviously our biggest county. We service the most people here. But like St. Louis City and County only has 1 CAC. So it's like they have 1 CAC and all the rest of the state is broken up into smaller CACs. And we are the second largest and we service those 14 counties. Why do we do what we do? I put some handouts on the table for y'all. One is a body safety flyer. The other one is a little bit about those internet safety tools I was telling you about last week. So why do we do what we do? 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys are going to be abused before their 18th birthday. And that's not just sexual abuse. It might be physical abuse. It might be witness to domestic violence. It might be mental abuse. 1 in 5 children are solicited sexually on the internet every day. Every day. 60% of child sexual abuse victims never ever tell anyone. And 90% of child victims are abused by someone they like, love, live with, or live nearby. So stranger danger isn't really a thing. So if you hear stranger danger, yes, it's a good idea to have a code word or tell your kids not to talk to strangers. But there is a video going around, I don't know if anybody's seen it, where a guy comes to a playground and introduces himself to kids, and then he says, "Are you supposed to talk to strangers?" And they say, "No." He says, "We're not strangers, we know each other now." Just like that. So it's not stranger danger. It's not good touch, bad touch. It's literally someone you like, live nearby or love. So we have 3 areas. The first one is our children's services. This is our new revamped lobby. It's awesome. It's totally geared towards children. As you can see, it looks fun. We don't want kids to come into the center and think, "Oh my gosh, I'm in the doctor's office, I'm in trouble." It's not where you feel like they're in trouble. We want them to feel welcome. So we have it all set up, so we have all the different ages represented. It's a wonderful thing that came from our capital campaigns for anybody who donated to that. Thank you very much. This is where we conduct our forensic interviews. This is our interview room here. This is one of our forensic interviewers, Amy. This is one of our support dogs, Rika. And so in the interview, it's conducted in a supportive, non-invasive manner, and we're trying to make the child feel comfortable so that we can get the interview taken care of as quickly and with less stress and more trauma as possible. So this is where that's conducted. Then we have in another room called the multidisciplinary team, sometimes we refer to them as MDT, and they are watching on closed circuit TV. That's law enforcement, children's division, prosecuting attorneys, and any kind of juvenile office. They're watching. They have a microphone. They can tell the interviewer questions they need to hear based on what's in a report. They're trying to get evidence, and they're going to use this interview as evidence in court. And so in 2018, we did 845 forensic interviews in our center on board. So then we have child and family advocacy. Every time you come into the center, you're going to be met with an advocate who's going to meet with either the caregivers or the family, and they're going to kind of go over what the process is. For some of them, imagine your child comes home and tells you, "I think that, my neighbor's dad touched me inappropriately." You hotline and children's division comes in, the next thing you know, you're in our center. Mom and dad or caregiver's world has just turned upside down as well, and they need to know what they're going to do next. What if it's a wife and it's the husband? What if it's the husband and it's the wife? If some of these women don't work, they don't have any other source of income, and now they've got to take their family and leave, and they don't know where to go, and they don't have anyone to support their family. So it's very traumatic for everyone, and especially the caregiver. So we have child and family advocates that help try to reduce that stress. We try to provide resources for them, gas cards, hotel nights, whatever we can to help get them to the next level, to help move them through so it's not re-traumatizing them over and over and over again. Therapeutic services. We have in-house therapy. We have 2 in-house therapists, and then we have a part-time nighttime therapist, and then we refer out to the community. So as soon as forensic interviews are done, we offer therapeutic services. We recommend them for the family and the child, and we will continue to provide those services to the family and children as long as they need it. We don't say we're stopping unless they're 18 and we have to stop because we only go to 18. But we will be there with them through every step. Sometimes they leave and sometimes they call and say they need to come back because they're having something going on and they need to come back and have a conversation. So we provide a really great environment for therapy at the center. Prevention education. So this is kind of where it starts. We kind of started where it ends, but this is where it starts. And prevention education is huge. Some of you may have heard of a new law called Jenna's Law that's just passed. And that is where, it's mostly in New York where it's starting, where they're requiring now that there is prevention education in schools 0 through 12th grade. Right now we only go to 7th grade. So what they're doing is requiring it to happen in all of the schools. Right now we have to try to go in and form relationships with all of our school districts to try to get our girls in there so that they can go in and provide their prevention education. If the school doesn't want us to come in, we don't come in. And unfortunately, it happens more times in the rural areas where it's a smaller community. They don't think it's going to happen to them, and so they got to try to kind of figure out what they're going to do next. So these ladies go in and they talk about body safety and internet safety, which are those programs there. Those are those school-based programs. We saw 27,000 children in 2018 with our prevention services. Mandated reporter training, I mentioned that before. Anybody who deals with children on a daily basis is a mandated reporter, and we'd love to have you come in and get this free education on what it looks like to have a report. We do other parent programs. A new program we have started in 2019 is called Strengthening Families, and that is for families who are at risk. And then how can you help? By supporting our events. There's a Toast and Taste flyer there on the table for you, and that is September 19th at Piazza Messina. It's $50